Breaking news, James Franklin is fired from Penn State University. My thoughts. Yeah, unfortunately, this needed to happen. I defended James Franklin for a very long time. I thought people didn't give him the credit he deserved and were probably overly critical because he could not beat Ohio State or Michigan during their national title runs. But this year was the year. This was the year that Penn State's roster finally looked like it could be a national championship contender. And not only do you lose to Oregon, a game you should have won, but now you lose back-to-back games when you were over a 20-point favorite to two teams that are some of the worst in the conference. Also, Penn State's recruiting would have taken a massive hit if James Franklin were to stay for two main reasons. First, you did not develop your five-star quarterback, Drew Aller, like you wanted to. If Franklin stays, what big-time quarterback recruit is going to come to Penn State after seeing how Drew Aller was handled? Second, and along the same lines, what big-time receiver is going to want to come to an offense under James Franklin when we were supposed to get three big-time receivers out of the portal, and it looks like nothing has really changed, maybe gotten a little bit better at best. There's also something very ironic that a team like Penn State, who has been consistently good, can't get over the hump, but is always good for the last 8 years, usually in the top 10, where everyone kind of, Penn State, what you see is what you get. You're going to beat all the teams you're supposed to for the most part, and then you're going to lose to all the teams you're supposed to. That team, the one that has been consistent the last 8 years, absolutely implodes once they finally feel they have the roster and staff available to win a national title. Heck, we were still thinking that 2 weeks ago when Penn State scores first in overtime against Oregon. I think he lost the locker room, and like I said in the beginning of the video, it's time for a divorce. Not just for Penn State, too, but for James Franklin. The man hasn't looked right for an entire year, maybe even longer, and he needs a fresh start as well. But I do want to end it with this. In 2014, James Franklin was hired by Penn State to get them out of the mud, to get them out of average. He did that. Penn State was going 7-5, 8-4, and he was able to win a Big Ten title, win a couple major bowl games, and get Penn State back to national relevance. He did that. He should be appreciated for that. But his time has run out. It's time for a change at Penn State, and I do wish James Franklin the best.